Hey, what's poppin', y'all? It's your homie, Young Sensei, back again with another video. What's super dope about this episode of Kicks and Castles is that I am back with the very first installment of my Kicks, which is pretty much the nice little series that I have coming up where I told you guys to email me your sneaker stories and DM me your sneaker stories on Instagram. I chose 5 really good ones, and I'm going to go ahead and read these out to you guys. But I'm done with all that talking. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Now the first story is from the homie Augustin Digo 47, and he reads, so basically I was just going to the cinema with 2 of my homies. I had just bought a fresh pair of Retro 7s, Marvin the Martians. People sleeping on those, by the way. I was meeting with one of my Fritas, I don't know what that means, at McDonald's before the movie, and I'm like, yo, peep my new Kicks. He's like, they cool, not bad, while he was drinking his soda. He probably gets something stuck in his throat while he is talking because he starts to cough badly and he manages to spit half his soda on my new Kicks. I had a quick wipe from Jason Mark. Quit thinking. So I was cool and we set off towards the cinema. At the cinema we were seeing Straight Outta Compton, by the way. We found our seats. At the scene where NWA is performing Fuck the Police, my friend starts to laugh for some stupid reason. He's got Tourette's. And he manages to touch my arm while I'm holding an ice cream and it drops on my right shoe. I went to the bathroom at the cinema to wash it off ASAP and it worked out fine. I found my seat and watched the rest of the movie, but then when the movie is finished, I'm sitting outside the cinema with my other friend waiting for my friend who was talking to his crush. Me and my other friend didn't want to ruin anything for him, and he tells me that something smells like shit. We moved to sit at the bench at the other side of the street, but something still smells. I had this strange thought that the smell was coming from my Kicks, and when I looked underneath them, I realized that I had stepped in puke while walking out of the cinema. I looked at my friend, got tears in my eyes, and yelled, my Kicks! You stepped in puke? Oh my god, that's definitely a bad experience because you stepped in puke. Puke is one of those things where it's like, ugh, I can't really mess with puke like that. And you stepped in it? I haven't had a story like that before. Now the next story is from Nikita Furman, and he reads, the other week I was sitting in math class with my new 2016 white cements and we have a fire drill. Once we get outside and we're waiting, a girl asked, what would you do if I stepped on your shoes? And I just answered with the, I don't know. And she went ahead and did it. This was the first time my shoes got stepped on purposely this whole year. It was fucked up though. Yo, when I was in high school or like when I was in school, people used to come up to me all the time. Hey, nice Kicks, Chris. What would you do if I just stepped on those? Why would you think that? Why would you think to just step on my shoes? Why? That's so stupid. That's so pointless. What would you do if I just punched you in the face? How about that? How about that? How about that? What would you do if I just stepped on those? What would you do if I just punched you in the face? What would you do? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't step on my shoes purposely. I can see if it was an accident. If it's an accident, it's an accident. But if it's on purpose, don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Now the next story is from Charles.Anthony, and he reads, this happened like last week. I had a brand new pair of red Raging Bull 5s and I'm going to school. The first thing that I have to ask you, why are you bringing red Raging Bull 5s to school? Don't wear those to school. I'm going to school and I made the dumbass move not to spray them with protector. And I'm sitting in the cafeteria waiting for school to start, you know. It's like 7 o'clock, the sun still isn't even up, and this group of black girls is just yelling. I asked one to please quiet down, and they all come over, and this girl named Tyel pours strawberry milk all on my toe box. What the fuck? They all kinds of nappy now. Her filthy ass said, not like they worked anything, sighed, and walked away. Oh my god, dude. You made the wrong move wearing the Raging Bull 5s to school. You shouldn't have done that. Don't wear those to school, bro. Yo, at school there are haters, people that want your shoes, people who will want to step on your shoes. You gotta deal with cafeteria. A lot of schools be dirty, so you gotta, and our Raging Bull 5s have icy bottoms. Don't do that, Charles. As much as you might want to finesse, don't wear your heat to school. Because if you're not paying attention, they could get messed up. Now the next one is from Noah.Fontaine, and he reads, so one day at school I was wearing some thermal foams, I know they're not heat, and we had a fire drill, so the school went outside. This is where it gets bad. The day before it rained, is so the ground was a little muddy. Just remember that. So then out of nowhere, some fat ass kid in my class walks up to talk to me, and the kid steps right on my shoes. When I looked down, they were all muddy and shit. So I did what came naturally. I cried right there in the school field. Embarrassing. That's crazy. Like you wearing some shoes. I know what you mean, like how there'll be like the sidewalk, and then it'll be the grass, and then the mud on the other side of it, and it'll be all muddy and gooky. Oh my God. And then the dude walked up to talk to you and stepped all over your shoes. I would have been pissed at that. Not even lying. I would have been pretty pissed. I would have been pretty mad at that. I would have been mad at that. Like, I don't know, man. Like, he probably would have had to clean my shoe off for me. But like, I probably would have had to like just not talk to him for like a good week or two. Cause I definitely would have been pissed off about that. Like, especially if I was wearing like a white suede, and he came up to me in the mud like that. It's crazy. Yo. One thing that I used to do in high school too, well, just if you drive, always bring like an extra pair of shoes with you. So like if it rains, you have like a pair of beaters in the back that you could just throw on real quick. Simple and easy. Now the next story is from DJering2328, and he reads, so I had this pair of 2006 Citrus 7s that took 2 years to find, and they were one of my grails. It's a really nice shoe. I had been running track that spring, but didn't think that people in my school were as grimy as they were. I didn't have a lock on my locker, so when I changed for practice, I put the 7s in my bag and I put them on the floor. But anyways, I come in from practice halfway through to put my sweatpants in my bag, and I see that my bag had been opened and my phone and my kicks were finessed right out. So I filed a report, and the next day my friend Derek said his friend had a pair of Citrus 7s the same size as mine for sale. I asked for pics and it all had the same flaws mine did. Only difference is his had the box. A few days go by and I'm phoneless and Citrus 7less until I go downstairs for practice, and at the end someone points out the shoes that I had described to nearly everyone who did a spring break sport. I look and there they are, unlaced, halfway, and the size tags are ripped out the back of the shoe. Yeah, dude, that's a pretty crazy story. I remember that happened to me with my Beats. I made a video about that on my second channel. Somebody stole my Beats right out my bag when I was at rugby practice. And when I went in to go get them, I was pissed off. But I know what you mean. Like, I've had my phone stolen before at high school. I've had my headphones stolen before. And you get this feeling, like, you get this really angry feeling like, yo, people who get me stuff work hard for the stuff that they get me. And you just gonna take stuff out my bag? You think that's cool? Like, when people, like, I don't like thieves, cause that just really angers me. Like, I can't mess with thieves like that. But one lesson that hopefully that you learned, that I know that you need to learn, don't trust people. Don't trust people. People will say that they're your friends, but then slay you. Hopefully now you know that. Not everyone would do it, but you gotta be mindful of your surroundings and be mindful of where you are. Like, if I'm going to school and I got Beats in my bag and a laptop in my bag and I gotta go to Bojangles real quick, because where I'm at school, Bojangles is like across the street, I'm still taking my bag with me. I'm not going to take the chance just because I think that I'm around people that know me well, that they won't try to finesse me and then dip off with my stuff. I don't trust people like that. I don't even want to give people the chance for that. So cut that. Just go ahead and be mindful of where you are and buy yourself a locker. It's like $2. Ask your mom for a locker and you'll be some straight. All right, everybody. So that was all of the stories. Like I said before, all of the like, these were the stories that I was doing for this one. I have a whole lot more, so I'll just be throwing these out here and there. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Big shout out to you guys who sent in stories. I really do appreciate it. Let me know in the comment section how you liking this segment. Are you liking this segment? Are you not? What would you like differently? Go ahead and let me know. Critique it. But if you would like to be in another video, you go to my Instagram, _Chris Takanashi. You follow that Instagram and you DM me a story of what happened to your kicks. Hey, maybe you have a crazy story about what happened to your kicks and you need to share that. Go ahead and do that, homie. I appreciate you guys for watching. As always, I got more videos coming soon. And without further ado, I gotta say, hey, Chris out.